So he turned to him and he said, well, we had a second choice. So it sounded like that the man might have a second choice, but the woman didn't. That's what it sounded like to me. I don't know that.
And these were Indians?
Yeah.
Indian
And he was a
Indians.
doctor. I practiced in Houston.
It's hard to realize, isn't it?
The
How they
difference.
did
Right,
that.
right.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and then Pat, we were sitting at a table and the guy's name was Steele. One thing we wore our name at, so it helps you keep the name straight. And he had muscles, they looked like stevedore or something. And Pat got talking with it, and he'd been George Washington, he was a gynecologist, of all things, big muscle individual.
Yeah.
And he knew her in George Washington University, and she was there as a nurse.
Isn't that
It
amazing?
was amazing.
What a small world. And that was in the 70s, right, Daddy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then on top of that, we had 2 days in Buenos Aires. And one day they took us to a ranch about 50 miles outside the city. Horses, I ain't got
Did you enjoy that city? What's that?
It's different.
What is it like?
I can't
When we,
imagine what
well,
it's
a
Yeah.
lot of it's in Spanish. If you knew Spanish, you'd
That would help, probably.
help better.
Yeah.
But the first night there, they took us to a tango show.
Yeah, oh, I love the tango.
Well, that's where it started, tango.
Wow.
Pretty old down that way. I didn't know 2 people could move so fast. and women could kick their legs so.
I know.
Oh, wow.
You never watched that dancing on television.
It just moves so fast.
You know, that's quite
Isn't that
interesting
wonderful?
when
But
do
they
that.
have this, they have like classical dancing like tango and cha-cha and all those things on TV, and they're the experts who win these contests.
Yeah, yeah.
I've seen that too. You
Yes,
watched that?
yes.
Well,
I have seen it a
our
couple
guide
times.
had told us, all about tango,
Yeah.
where it
Yeah.
started,
Yeah.
and whatever.
Wow.
So Pat and I went to that evening show. And CNN appeared at that time. That's when they joined the party, because I saw their cameras. They came in and started, when they gave us the raw cover, they showed the tango bit. I don't know whether they showed it on the tape or not. But anyway, we went to the ranch, and about 50 miles out, I guess. Countryside, the country now is in depression. About years ago, it was either 5th or 6th richest nation in the world.
Really?
Buenos Aires,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then the
Argentina.
politicians got in, the military got in,
It
Oh,
seems to me that all of South America
too
is like that.
bad.
and they just ripped the country
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
But anyway, we went out to this ranch, and it had their old house, and people had died, but it had about 75 horses there, I guess, and this was part of it. We ended up having a barbecue later right there. They cooked the barbecue, and they hanged the beef up, lamb, chicken, everything you got.
Oh my
And
God.
like this, and the charcoal was there, and they can, it's like on a tram, you can move it back and forth, whatever heat you want. They
Oh.
cook it like you want it. But anyway, after going in the house, I had come out, standing there, and I saw this woman over her head all the way low. She had got a chopped off head. She looked like she was a lost sheep or something, so I went over to her, I said, "What's the matter?" Oh, she says, "I don't know why I came in this world."
Oh, was she on your party or was she just?
No, she was a part of it.
She was with the
But she was
party.
standing by herself at that
Oh,
time.
okay.
And I said, well, I'll tell you something. You'd have a thing to do with you coming to this world. Now, you might have something to do with you going out. So she looked at me kind of funny. And I said, you want to change your attitude? And then she stared at me like I was somebody, different. Okay, you want to talk, you want me to talk to you. Well, she says, I wouldn't mind saying something. I said, go ahead. So she started talking. Well, come to find out, she had gone to the same private school in Brooklyn that Pat had when they had a
Oh
struggle.
my
When
God.
Pat came out, so here we got 2 people went to the same school. Her name was
Isn't that
Joan,
amazing?
so
Isn't that
Joan
amazing?
and all of us hit it
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she really got with the party after
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
She probably didn't want to go, did she? Was she married?
No.
She was there by herself?
Yeah.
Well, that's a trip
strange thing
to
that
take
you
by
can
yourself.
Well, now, a lot of the guy from Gorlick, from Skinny Atlas, of course, he brought his sister.
Uh-huh.
She's 87, he's 80.
Yeah.
So he's about your age, you know.
Yeah.
But
Just
he
about.
had traveled.
You might say.
He had traveled.
Exactly, I would think.
Traveled a lot.
Girly.
Girl,
I
right.
gotta remember that now. You'll have to tell
Girly.
me that again.
Yeah.
What was his first name? Not Ray.
Rob, no.
Rob Gurley. Gurley.
Right.
Did you grow up there?
No.
Oh, okay. No, sorry.
I went there when Carl and I were married. We moved into his family homestead.
Oh, right. Okay.
I lived with his mother for 20 years.
Wow. Well,
See
you
the
are.
halo?
You're a
See the
saint.
halo? The halos.
Yeah.
Did that leave
I
any
see 'em.
scars or not? I tell my wife I don't have any scars except on my brain. Up
Yeah,
there.
right.
That's where the scars.
Right.
That's where the scars are.
No, she was very good. She was very good to me.
Would you like a little
No,
snack?
I did have one of those.
Yeah?
They're delicious.
Would you like
Let
one?
me try.
Oops,
Let me
sorry.
try one of these other little nibble things.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah.
please. I thought you could.
But Shirley, he'd done a lot of traveling, and he and I hit it off. He brought charts down on the whole thing.
Now who's he?
With the Skinny Atlas.
The Skinny Atlas guy.
Gurley. Gurley.
Girly.
Okay.
He bought charts of the whole works, and we come down. Well, we ended up with a piano player that Pat knew from some other time. too.
Oh,
She
my
said
gosh.
She was part of the passenger bit on the piano. So they had a big piano there. He put his charts out, and we'd plot. You know, where we were. We'd go to Bridge, get latitude, longitude. Either I'd get it, we'd drink coffee. So he and I usually would meet mornings 5:30, 5:45 or something before.
Well, was he one of your favorite guys?
And
Who?
everybody else is asleep.
Yeah, right.
He was because
That's Gurley.
well, yeah,
Okay, I gotta
He,
remember this now.
with his wife's second wife, they chartered a boat and sailed all up through Alaska. I mean, it was just interesting.
You know, I can give him a call when I get up there.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that
Yeah,
be?
I could.
Yeah.
Let's remember
Gurley.
to write that down.
Girly.
I'll write down,
Yeah, because,
I got a pass on this.
I'm
I'll
going
write it
Wednesday, you know.
Oh, are you?
I'm
Okay.
going up
Yeah.
north Wednesday.
down.
She's
Okay,
going-
I'll get it to you. I'll get it to you.
I don't really want to go, but I
Oh.
gotta go.
I know, 'cause it'll be cold.
It'll be cold.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have 17 at my brother's house, Billy's
Oh,
house. And it's a small house.
Wow.
17 for Christmas dinner.
Wow.
And, but I'll be there just a week.
Wait, then you'll be
But-
back now.
And thenLl be back, yeah. But I was hoping, if you give me that name,
I'll give it to
Girly.
you.
I'll give him a call.
Mhm.
Just tell him that I'm a friend of yours.
Okay.
Isn't that fun?
Well,
What a
I-
small
that
world.
something?
I was telling him about, you know, the church and what
Yeah.
we're doing.
Yeah.
And I said, when Carl died in the service, the minister said, now, I hope this comes out right. or
Right,
something like
right.
that.
And
When
he
got
did
the
too,
skinny
didn't
hat.
he? He
Yeah,
did it
yeah,
all right.
He did pretty
all
good,
right.
pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
another individual there was a dentist. And I hit it off with him.
And where was he from, the
And
dentist?
he's from Tennessee now, he and his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And they ride Tennessee Walkers.
Oh,
Wow.
We
Wow.
studied that on an elder hostel.
Did you?
We went to
Okay.
an elder hostel.
Tennessee Walkers.
Yeah,
Well,
Wow.
Tennessee Walkers.
At the
How
ranch.
they do something to their feet.
Yeah, that's right.
I didn't like that too.
At the ranch, where the horse where Pat got one, I rode and got off and went. And then Pat got on one and come back to the stall. You know, some of those horses are hard to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I looked out and Pat was way out there. Who had the bridle except the dentist? He was leading the horse around.
Oh.
So he was talking to her about the Tennessee horses and
Uh-huh.
riding.
Oh.
It's quite an interesting,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But anyway, he found out that I'd had some titanium post put in. See.
Oh, right. He's a dentist.
That's interesting.
Sure.
Yeah.
You don't want, yeah, I want to hear about it. I don't know about it. So one morning, nobody was there.
And he doesn't do that.
Not now, but he had.
Oh, he had.
Yeah, he had. And so I told him, and then he wanted to know all about my life and a little bit. For some reason, that tight voyage, it causes people to
Relate.
relate to each
Isn't that interesting?
Well, because they all are there for a purpose. They went for a similar reason.
Yeah.
It isn't like these cruises where you
Oh,
go
yeah.
and
No.
eat
It's just
food.
so
Nothing
different.
like
You
yeah,
couldn't believe
yeah,
So-
I would never want to do another cruise. One was enough for me.
yeah.
But anyway, I told him quite a bit and went through, and I says, the only reason I'm doing this, you got to tell me yours. Glad
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
So he was born in the United States. When he was 9 months old, his mother died. Mother had a sister in Germany, and they sent him to Germany for her to bring him up. Her husband died a year later. She already had 7, he was the 8th
Oh
child.
my God.
So you can
Wow.
imagine the hardship they went
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
And I said, well, how'd you learn English? Funny papers. He'd get the American funny papers, read all that he could, all that he could. And anyway, he said he really liked was Mr. Roberts. If he could get Mr.
On
Roberts
TV.
on
See,
TV.
they had a TV.
Oh,
You know how Mr. Roberts?
Because he would talk.
slow
Yeah.
and all.
Yes.
And that's
yes,
what he really
yes.
liked.
Isn't that
Isn't
something?
that
And then
funny?
he came back and he was dying to go to college, but didn't have any money. And he finally ended up going in the military. And then when he got out, GI Bill
Yeah.
put him through.
Hmm.
And he told me that a dentist, the get your license, was more detailed and longer studied than a regular medical doctor.
Yeah.
He said, I studied anatomy from the neck down,
Yeah.
working on cadavers and the whole bit.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, so he got his license in practice, and his wife worked with him in the receptionist bit and what have you. So I guess he was very successful in that part of it.
Must be. If you went on that trip.
Yeah.
But it was so interesting well, when we left Oshaya, which is a Indian name for the furthest city south, and went across the Drake Passage, 99% of them were seasick.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
But you weren't.
No, and Pat wasn't either.
No.
Well, how rough was it, Daddy? And the whole bring the
Okay.
for Shirley
Okay,
too,
okay.
Sue.
I didn't think it was that rough, really. But the wind had been blowing, I'd say 35 Florida.
Uh-huh.
When we landed at the airport, Oshaya, it was snowing. And I told Pat, I said, we stick our nose out around Cape Horn tomorrow, that's the furthest bit.
Yeah.
Wow.
I said, you're gonna feel it.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't bother her. But that's when, because I hadn't, they want to know how you want your name. And I put down C.W. parentheses Bill Jenkins.
Yeah.
Well, during that passage across Drake, of course, I was up to the bridge and down and walking around, and people began to look and wonder what's going on.
Thanks, honey.
So that they got to Pat. And of course, Pat let them know that I had gone to sea.
That you had some experience in this area.
But then they finally decided, because she didn't get seasick, that Jean must be awful strong.
Oh gosh,
to
yes.
keep her from getting
yes,
seasick.
Yeah.
But Pat was probably the only one aboard that didn't get seasick.
Is that right? Just a bit, please.
But soon we got across
I
the
want to be
Drake
able to get to the
Passage.
table.
Nah.
You can drive home.
Right.
Thank you. The Drake Passage, it calmed right down. I mean, we'd go up in other areas. But the thing that really, I guess, I enjoyed as much as anything else. Now,